Hello guys, and welcome back to the How to Animate YouTube channel. And in today's video I'll be giving you 10 book recommendations for beginners. These are just books that I have found very helpful in my career, and I would suggest you get them and read them. And I'd love to know guys if you've got any book recommendations of your own. If you do, then please leave them in the comment section below. So the first up is the Animator Survival Kit by Richard Williams, who is the director of animation on Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Now, of all the books on this list, this is the one I would say is an absolute must for beginner animators. It briefly covers the history of animation and gives you some very funny anecdotes about his career in the industry. Now, it's all from a 2D animation perspective, but almost everything written in this book is applicable to a 3D animator. It goes into great detail about timing and spacing and how to plan your animations, such as straight ahead and pose-to-pose methods, and has a very helpful section on walks and runs and plenty of examples for both humans and animals. It's a great book and an absolute must for any animator. So next up we have The Illusion of Life, and this book is about all things Disney and its wonderful history. It has detailed stories about the early days of the studio and how the animators started to use jargon around the office, such as pose-to-pose and squash and stretch, and that formed the basis for all the animation principles we know and use today. Reading this book you really get a great sense of what it would have been like in the early days of animation when they were just working this stuff out. It also covers all the other parts of the studio, such as the painting process, and it's just a wonderful book to own if you can get a copy. Next up we have Timing for Animation by Harold Whittaker and John Hollis. If you're struggling to understand timing and spacing, this book is an absolute must. It has descriptions of how to time out your animations to get the proper energy into your work, and again it's based on 2D animation, but almost everything can be applied to 3D, and also has a great foreword by John Lasseter of Pixar. This is a great book for beginners and highly recommended. Next up we have How to Draw the Human Figure by John and Jodie Raines. I think it's important for even 3D animators to at least have a basic knowledge of drawing and how to draw the human figure, and this is a great little book that just details how to do it. I'm sure there are other books out there that also do this, but I just found this one to be really helpful. Can really recommend this book guys. So next up we have Inspired 3D Short Film Production by Jeremy Cantor and Pepe Valencia. This is a great little book if you're interested in creating your own short film, and it takes you right from the concept stage up until completion, and it has great examples of case studies of short films that have been produced already, and it covers a broad range of stars as well. It also gives you some sound advice on budgeting and how to really plan out your project to give you the best chance of actually completing it. If you're interested in producing your own short film, this is a very helpful book to get. So next up we have the Complete Animation Course. This is quite similar to the last book, except it covers a far broader range of animation. So it covers things like stop motion and a more stylized animation approach. This is a good book for beginners who want to know the difference between all these types of animation disciplines. Next up we have Animation Now. This book is a collection of biographies and filmographies from about 80 animators and animation studios from all around the world. Really cool to see the broad range of animation styles from all around the world and the differences between them. So next up we have The Power of the Actor by Ivana Chuba. I picked up this book when I was studying to be an actor, and it's very good for animators to read it. This lady has trained a lot of top actors today, and if you're interested in really upping your animation game and taking it to the next level, then studying acting will really help. And this is a great book to get you started. It teaches you to really get into your character's head, and all the techniques explained by her can be applied to your animation work. It also has some great case studies from famous actors and how she managed to bring out the best performance in them. Wonderful book guys, I highly recommend this one. And next up we have Acting for Animators by Ed Hooks. So this book is another book about acting, but it's specifically written for animators. It breaks down everything you need to know about character acting and conflict within your scenes. Just a wonderful book written specifically for us guys. Cuts out a lot of the stuff you don't need to know about acting and really just concentrates on what we do need to know. And this guy is a wonderful bloke, and he's trained a lot of studio professionals in acting, so well worth owning this book. So lastly we have How to Write for Animation by Jeffrey Scott. Now this next book is great, but I seem to have mislaid my copy. This book is fantastic, it gives detailed methods on how to write a script for animation, and this book contains detailed knowledge and understanding of how to lay out your scripts for animation. It's a great book, highly recommend this one too. So that about wraps up this video guys. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and make sure you leave your book recommendations down below, and subscribe to this channel for more videos like this one. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.